So a few safety and survival tips for this kind of environment here in the mountains. First thing, water. As you can see, everywhere around me here there is no streaming water, snow. And melting snow takes energy. If you don't have a stove, you can you can put some snow in a little pot and put it under your tent maybe, and eventually it will melt, but it takes lots of time and it's not enough to provide for your water. So what I do is every time I see that I'm entering into a zone which is going to be where it's going to be difficult to find water, I always have with me an extra reserve of 2 liters of water in a foldable bottle, and with the extra liter that I'm carrying for my direct use, and that's 3 liters of water. Usually that's what I take with me when I enter into a zone like that. Second very important point is food strategies. Coming into this zone with a few crackers and some cookies is not enough. You need to be smarter than that, because those treks take time. They are long. This one is 10 hours climbed, and eventually if you go down the other way it might be another 10 hours. I'm not sure, but the point is that you might be in the mountains for 2 or 3 days in a row, and your body needs some calories, it needs some nutritious food. So my own choice, as I said earlier, I use some flour mixed with nuts and raisins and cashews, and I add to it this Ayurvedic supplement, superfood. It's called Chyawanprash, and it contains like 50 ingredients, so I have the feeling that it gives me a whole lot of vitamins and boost of energy. It works really well. The reason why I don't carry a stove is because it takes volume. Cooking stuff is more complicated than simply managing to eat raw. And raw flour as a base is something that is used in Tibet, in Tsampa. I use that in a recipe also. It's called Budvik cream, when I was doing my research in the mountains many years ago, and it's the food that seems to fit me really the best. This morning I just had a little volume of it. I've been trekking for 3-4 hours, and now I'm starting to feel hungry, but you can go for a long time with that. So food strategies, it's a very important one. I cannot cover the whole thing here, but simply plan it, be aware of it. The third very important element is weight, the weight that you carry with you. This is a huge limiting factor in trekking. Like if this morning, if I had 20 kilos with me, I would not have done what I did. The reason why I did what I did is because I was carrying probably something like 7-8 kilos. And this was a very steep climb. If I'm running out of energy, it's carrying too much weight is really a pity. And it's just discipline. Take with you only exactly what you need. I have 1 pair of pants, 1 pair of shoes, the gear that I need for to stay warm. I have this ultralight tent, ultralight sleeping bag, a ground cover. I have 1 kilo of food for like 2 or 3 days, the 2 liters of water, the weight of the pack, plus some little things like a knife, some extra rope, if I need to fix the tent, some sunblock, some salt, and things like that, little gear. But this is it. I carry nothing extra, and the main mistake that you can make is to to take too much with you. You take an extra pair of pants in case you get wet. You just take too much stuff, and eventually, every time you have to climb, it's all this weight that you carry with you, and it's a huge limiting factor in this kind of environments. Another key safety tip is start with small steps. Don't go straight away for a huge, expedition and big trek of 4 days. Start with half day. Eventually, you go. After that, you do one day. Then you do a couple of days, and you get used to the altitude. And once you are used to the altitude and to you see that your gear is in good condition, then you can go for longer treks. But start with small steps. This is again very important. And yeah, this is it. Gear, of course, is hugely important. The reason why there are not more people doing that from Badrinath, from the town, is because they don't have the equipment to do it. I have, simple things like snow protection, good trekking shoes, warm clothes, sunglasses, pair of gloves. All these things are super important. If you come here without sunglasses, I mean, it's impossible to walk. I mean, you get blinded by the snow. It's just too much. So this simple gear are really the elements that you need to be successful with a trek like that, to make it. And a few years back, I did a trek like that with a couple of people from that I met in Badrinath. One of them was a police officer who was just off duty for 1 day, so decided to come. I met him along the path, and then another guy, monk from Sri Lanka, and the police officer was trekking with a pair of jogging shoes, and he had basically no warm clothes, and in terms of food, he brought with him a couple of potatoes. It was fantastic because, of course, potatoes, you cannot eat them raw. So making a fire, imagine a fire in this environment, it's of course very difficult. So we tried on the way down to cook his potatoes, but we didn't have enough wood and enough, to make a fire. So, but these are the kind of things. I mean, I started some treks earlier this season with a guide, and he wanted to go on sandals, and I mean, he's not too experienced, of course, but as soon as you're in the snow, you need some solid gear to be able to keep on going. Otherwise, you stop. And many people go trekking in areas where you have huts or guest houses or places where you can stay for the night, where they give you food. That's great. This works fantastic. But if you don't, if you are in places like that which are remote, and I didn't see anybody for the last 24 hours now, well, what do you do? You need to be self-sufficient, rely only on what you have with you. And yeah, another one is watch out for rock falls. The whole mountain scene here is super active. Like, you hear the rocks falling during the night, and avalanches. The glaciers, don't come too close to zones where you have the glaciers, suspended glaciers. These kind of things. There is much more to say, of course, but these are some basic things to remember. It is not too bad for landscape. As for me, I will be going back down the way I came, in the valley, down there, and down to Badrinath in a few hours, probably 5-6 hours trek. I go slowly, I take my time, I sit down, meditate a bit. And this was another fantastic adventure. See you soon.